Hello all, Namaste. Happy International Yoga Day. That is June 21st. Today is the International Yoga Day, right? So behalf of that Yoga Day, the thought came in my mind to make a video on the yoga. That is not the all yoga asanas or all the exercises or yogas which we do. Only the basic yoga the normal person also can do, that is the one can easily include in the daily routine of their life. The basic yoga steps, only two yogas are there which we can use in a daily basis without any restrictions, without any diseases or including diseases or without any indications. We can do that. And also as we know, now is the hectic life, like IT members and all, they won't be having time. They all will say that if we say to do yoga, they will say we will sleep late night, so we can't get up in the morning, so we can't do any exercises or yogas, they will say, right? So those persons also can do this two steps of basic yoga. Today I am going to explain about the basic steps. That is, one is Surya Namaskara and another one is Pranayama. This both can do in a daily routine life, and also any person, any busiest person can also include in their daily routine life. Rest all yoga asanas or the steps includes in the yoga are particularly for some particular diseases or for some indications like that. But these both can do, anyone can do this. And these two steps are the basic which promotes or which the yoga starts from here. So these both are Surya Namaskara and Pranayama. Today we will learn about these two. That is, first is Surya Namaskara. What is this Surya Namaskara? We also so has sun salutation, right? In our Hinduism, this Surya, so sun, is considered as one of the god, right? We will do Surya Namaskara daily, but not in the asanas type. Just we will do the Namaskara like folding hands, right? In Hindu, they will do daily. So as the Surya is one of the god, and this asana is also related to the Surya. But this asana, Surya Namaskara, includes 12 steps, which are explained in the I added slide. You can see this 12 steps includes the whole one set of Surya Namaskara, which has mentioned as first set. This 12 steps name I'll say. It is first step Pranamasana and Hasta Uttasana, Hasta Padmasana, and Ashwa Sanchalasana, Dandasana, Ashtanga Namaskara, Bhujangasana, Parvata Asana, and next is again the same repeats. We will go for as a circle showed in the figure. That is Ashtanga Namaskara and Hasta Padmasana, Hasta Uttasana and Pranamasana. These 12 steps includes the whole one set of the one round of the Surya Namaskara. With this Surya Namaskara, we can complete one set of Surya Namaskara with 12 steps, and the duration, I mean rounds, how many rounds we should do daily, right? In beginning you can start with 2 or 4 rounds, 4 set of rounds, and as days goes, as you get practiced, you can do how many set of Surya Namaskaras you can. It depends on your ability, your body ability, how many you can do. The maximum is the person can do the set of Surya Namaskara is 108, which the 50 minutes, the duration want is 50 minutes for 108 rounds set of Surya Namaskaras. The maximum you can do 108 times, but it's not compulsory, it depends on your ability. And next coming for So the benefits of the Surya Namaskara includes it regulates the menstrual cycle, and it regulates the all hormone imbalance in a body, and it is useful in the weight loss. Overall, the whole body will be exercised, or the activities of a whole body will be regulated with the Surya Namaskara, and it is very well have results in the patients like blood pressure and diabetic patient. But one thing is, the patients, especially who are the blood pressure and sugar patients, should do the Surya Namaskara in minimum set of rounds, because due to lot of set of rounds, there maybe sugar level or blood pressure level where may hamper. So whoever it may be healthy person or it may be diseased person, should do according to their body ability. So this was about the Surya Namaskara. Next, coming for pranayama. Pranayama is nothing but it is one of the life force. With this yoga, we can maintain peacefully the mind, and mentally and physically we can be healthy. Especially this pranayama is advised in the depressed patients, coming for patients, because the mental health will be maintained here. They will get the correct way of peace of mind. And also coming for pranayama word, in generally the people, if we say pranayama, they will say it is the exercise of breathing, that's it, right? No, it's wrong. It is not only the exercise of breathing, it includes all type of exercises. It will include all the nadis, all the shat chakras, everything it will include, and it will give a maximum benefits to the person who follows this pranayama. It will include many of disease curing activities, and also the peace of mind, and everyone can follow this. Healthy persons and diseased person, everyone can follow this. So we'll see what is that pranayama. Before going for pranayama, we should follow some steps or some sitting posture or sitting position, right? So we'll see what is that sitting posture or sitting position first. So the routinely followed sitting position asanas for the pranayama are Sukhasana, Siddhasana, Siddha Yoniasana, Swastikasana, Vajrasana, Ardha Padmasana, Padmasana, Simhasana, and Bhadrasana. These are the asanas, not to follow all. Anyone you can pick which is comfortable for you, and you can sit and do. This is about asana. Coming for mudra, some mudras are particularly used in pranayama. Those are Nasikagra mudra, Gyan and Chin mudra, Vishnu mudra, Brahma mudra, and Bhairava or Bhairavi mudra. These all mudras we will use in pranayama. So it was about the asana and mudra, whichever we will use. Next, coming for types of pranayama. There are many types of pranayamas, but I chose some few main pranayamas and explaining these 8 types. So next coming for the types of pranayamas, which are those, right? So here I explained the 8 types of pranayamas. Those are Bastrika pranayama, Ujjayi pranayama, Brahmari pranayama, Sitkari pranayama, Kapalabhati, Anloma Viloma, Sheetali, and Plavini. Still many more are there, but few I chose and took which are used normally usually. So we will see the explanation how we will do this. So first of all, after choosing your asana and after choosing your mudra, take a deep breath and do the Om chanting, because to make your mind stable, first of all chant the Om mantra for till you get mind relaxation, then you can start the pranayama. So first is Bastrika pranayama. How you will do this? It is also known as the billow breath. Means rapid force of breathing will be here. You can in a sitting in a asana, first you should sit in a sukhasana, then take a deep breath, then start a asanas, that is inhalation and exhalation both will be in rapid position. This you can do for some time. As I said before, in starting stage you can do slowly, you can rise slowly the rounds, and as days goes on you can do for 5 minutes, 10 minutes, how much capability of your body. This is about the Bhastrika pranayama. Next is Ujjayi pranayama. It is also known as the psychic breath. Here inhale through the both nostrils with contracted glottis and exhale through the left nostril should be done. This should be repeated how much times you can, that much time you can repeat it, that much rounds or that much duration you can repeat the same process, that is inhaling through the both nostril and exhaling through the left nostril should be done. So next is Kapalbhati. How you will do Kapalbhati? Sit in a meditated posture, that is asana. Close your eyes and relax. Relax first. Then inhale deeply through both nostrils and expand your chest. Expel the breath with forceful contractions of the abdominal muscles and relax. Do not strain. That is, you should only give the contraction for the abdominal muscles, but you should not get strain. Continue active inhalation and passive inhalation. You can do the active inhalation and passive inhalation continuously. Complete 30 rapid breaths. How much time you can do? Till 30 rapid breaths you can do, but again it depends on your ability. Here what you will do, you will take a deep breath, you will exhale it with the contracting the abdominal muscles. You can do according to your ability, that is 5 minutes, 10 minutes or 30 rapid breaths. You according to rounds or according to duration you can follow. Next pranayama is Shitakari. Shitakari, here what you will do, you should open your teeth, that is mouth as shown in the slide, and you should take inhalation. You can take a breath through mouth and then stop for a few seconds, how much time you can possible, then exhale the breath with the nostrils. This also you can do how much rounds you can according to your ability. This is about the Shitakari pranayama. Next is Bhramari pranayama. Here Bhramari pranayama, how you can do, is also known as deep breath. Means sitting in a asana, first get relaxed, then you can keep your fingers on the forehead and you can close your thumb, you can close your ears cartilage with the thumb. Take a deep breath and while exhaling the breath, press your cartilages of the ear. It will give the pressure inside the respiration system and it will give the stimulation to the breathing. Bhramari also you can do according to your ability, that is according to your capacity, how many rounds if you can do. So next is Anuloma Viloma. Anuloma Viloma means first sitting in a relaxed asana, close your right nostril with your right hand, take a inhalation from the left nostril, then from your middle finger of the right hand, close left nostril and exhale, leave the breath with the right nostril, and vice versa. After few rounds of left nostril you can do with the right nostril, vice versa you can do. This also according to your capacity or according to your ability of your body, you can do how many rounds you can. That is, it will take a respiration, airway passages clearly, and it will stimulate the respiration. Next pranayama is Shitali pranayama. It is also known as the cooling breath. Here in a sitting in a asana, relaxing asana, inhale through the curled tongue. Rolling the tongue, you should inhale, and you should exhale the breath through the nostrils. Same routine rounds. How many rounds you can do. The next pranayama is Plavani pranayama, that is last pranayama. It is also known as chin and chest lock or Jalandhara Bandha. Here exhale the breath and you should lock your chin with the chest. How much time is possible you can withhold it. In some context, it is also known as the floating breath, that is the floating on a water with relaxing position is also known as Plavani pranayama. So this was about the pranayamas, but one precautionary step is you can before starting this pranayama or Surya Namaskar, anything yoga, first of all you should clean your nostrils clearly, because as especially pranayama is dependent everything on the nostril, that is airway passage. So you should clean it clearly, and you should start the pranayama. This pranayama not only benefits the body, it will stimulate the inner mindset also, that is all nadis and all chakras will be stimulated through this pranayama. So these two steps, Surya Namaskara and pranayama, are the basic yoga which you can start easily for beginners, and whoever is which have the busy schedule, only these two steps you can follow in your routine life, that is yoga for life. Thank you.